Greetings, viewers. Welcome to another edition on our interview section. My name is Michaelina Ben-Saba, and I am your host for today. I am privileged today to be joined by the president of the graduate school. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Well, before we dive into our interview today, I'd like you to give us a brief introduction about yourself.
Okay, so I go by the name John Minyansa Noya. I am reading MPhil in finance at the University of Social Studies, graduate school. I'm currently the UPSA GRASAG president. I think this does it for you, or you need me to go more?
So I think that's okay. Our first question, what inspired you to run for the position?
Okay, so when it comes to me running for the position of the graduate student, it comes down to a lot of factors, okay? But I would like to keep it in the circle of academia. I came to the graduate school back in 2022 as a service personnel under the leadership of Professor John Samauto. He was then the dean of the graduate school. And looking at his leadership qualities, coupled with one senior member who is also in the person of Mr. Kwame Chumisi Jemfi, both of them, I just admired how they led the students or how they led their followers. Okay, they put in steps to ensure that anyone that was being followed by them would learn something or be inspired to do something more. So from that end, I was like, no, definitely, leadership is not just about being a leader, it's also about servanthood. So I would also be willing to be a servant to the people and also lead them towards their goals or achieve their goals. So basically, these are the factors in the academic field that enabled me or inspired my move to become the next GRASAG president.
So it has always been leadership for you?
Yes, because I've always been a servant.
Right from KG to DHS to SHS.
I think in my DHS I was the deputy compound prefect.
Okay.
Then back in AHS, I was just a normal guy, a common from member. But when I came to the degree, I was doing my undergrad days. God being so good, I became the Mandela Hall financial controller, and here I am again, serving as the UPSA GRASAG president.
Okay,
yes.
That's great. How do you balance your role on the UPSA Governing Council with your responsibilities as the GRASAG president to advocate for the graduate students?
Okay, so that's a tricky question. But I always say this: life is all about choices. Okay, from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, it's about choices. When you wake up, you can decide to brush your teeth or not brush your teeth. So if I'm finding myself on the governing council of UPSA and I'm finding myself as the GRASAG president, I'm here to fight for the students, but I'm not here to fight with management.
Okay.
Do you get it? So regardless that I'm fighting for the students, I have to come to a compromise with management. I have to meet them at a point. I don't just have to go and impose on them that, let's say a student is asking for this and this and this, but we would like to do it. No, we have to come to a compromise in a way that everyone would be a beneficiary of that objective. You get it? So, in as much as I'm on the governing council of the school, and in as much as I'm the GRASAG president, I would have to make a choice. Okay, I would have to be in the middle. I'm serving as a bridge towards the students and management. So I would have to work out that part very well in order not to make mistakes. You get it? Yes. So I'm not here to fight management. I'm just here to fight for the students, but also negotiate with management on some stuff or some issues which should be addressed by and for the students.
There's been situations where presidents come up with policies when they are not on the battlefield, but once the mantle is handed over to them, they tend to do what they want. How has it been for you? Are you going to also just throw away your policies or just go by them?
So that question, together with my vice, before we took office, we put out policies that we would be able and willing to achieve before we leave office. Okay, a policy like the GRASAG-UPSA, a policy like programs which will bring about the alumni of the graduate school and that of the current students. A program like getting or enforcing that the distance students are privileged or privy to data SIMs in order to do their online classes. These are realistic policies that we've brought up, and we are working on it day by day to achieve these policies. So I believe in the fact that people or leaders would bring up policies when they are not in power, and when they come to power, they won't do it. But I'm looking at achieving 85 to 100% of those policies are brought on board before even being elected into office.
Okay. So what are some of the specific challenges the graduate students face, and what initiative are you prioritizing to curb them?
Okay, so with graduate school, it's so simple. I think two main problems that they face is issues with registration.
Okay.
Basically, when they are coming to school as fresh students, they face a lot of issues with registration. They normally say our systems are complex, which I don't agree with, but I believe and I see it way that maybe because they are coming from different institutions and different backgrounds, they feel like yes, it's complex. So they would want it to be smoother, and also having to carry around the hard copies of their registration slips and all to campus to have the registration is a problem for them. And also, one thing again that I think students have been complaining to me, or the issue that they face, is also with regards to the release of our results. They feel like results should be released a little bit much sooner, because some people are being catered for from their workplaces. Okay, so it's not them that are paying their fees, but their workplaces. So the policy or the initiative that I am coming up together with my executive is that we are willing to meet up with management and the academic affairs, because definitely problems with registration and problems with results come directly from academic affairs. So we are willing to meet up with both management faculties so that we can come to a compromise. Just like I said before, then we'll see how best we can offer the students good services regarding that aspect.
Thank you very much. As a key member of the UPSA at 60th Anniversary Planning Committee, how do you envision graduate students' contribution to this milestone celebration?
Okay, so I think first of all, I would say congratulations to UPSA for attaining the 60th anniversary mark. It's not easy to be a university for 60 years.
Not at all.
Yeah, so one thing that I think the committee would or should be doing is that they should advertise the whole anniversary celebration well enough to the graduate school, because you see, at the graduate school level, we have people who have already gone through the professional courses in UPSA, who have gone through the degree courses in UPSA, who have gone through the diploma course in UPSA. A lot of them at the graduate school are already alumni of the school, and even if they are not alumni, okay, they are about to be alumni because they are already in the school. So one thing that I think the committee should do is that they should advertise the program well to the graduate students, so that they can also bring on board the ideas. We have brand officers and brand ambassadors inside the graduate school. We have board of directors, we have CEOs, we have a lot of people who come across to make the whole graduate school. And I think when the anniversary is advertised well enough to the graduate students, they can also bring in their insights and make the program a successful one.
Has there been a situation where you've had a meeting with these key stakeholders?
Oh, not yet. You see, we just opened school on 8th, and tomorrow, God willing, we are having our first Senate. Okay, so I think from there we can start off with having key stakeholders together with my executives. I think we can do that. So we're having the key stakeholders with the people who are from the different brands, like the Unilevers, the Casa Precons, those big brands, and also even the small brands, and also with the banks, for those for them to also bring about their sponsorship for this program, 60th anniversary, and also for the graduate school as a whole.
Right. Okay, so among your board members, is there anyone who is giving you a challenge, a problem, or anything? Or they are all being supportive? I just want to know.
Okay, so you see, you can't get it all smooth. There will definitely be misunderstandings along the way, but I can say within my executive that by God's grace, we normally learn to curb it as soon as possible, even regardless of the situation at hand. If there's an issue and someone doesn't like it, the person will bring it on board and we'll just solve it amicably. We won't get it smooth. Yeah, we are 6 people from 6 different backgrounds. You get it. So at a point in time, we would have a lot of misunderstandings. We would have a lot of miscommunications. But in the end, together with my executives, we would help to curb it.
Okay. What new program or events can graduate students look forward to under your leadership this year?
Okay, so under my leadership this year, I'm looking at organizing one of the biggest seminars seen at the graduate school, okay, which would involve all programs, okay, talking about quality management, talking about marketing, accounting, finance, media, everywhere. The program is centered around agriculture, okay, illegal mining, and how to curb it, okay. So how is illegal mining causing problems or causing harms to our agriculture? Okay, it's a program that I'm looking at partnering with a lot of houses. That is when it comes to the agriculture sector, when it comes to the gold board sector, when it comes to the ASU. It's a large program which is coming in, and I'm just waiting for approval so that we kickstart it. And it's watch out, it's coming up. So just anticipate. It's a very big program, and it's going to involve all programs at the graduate school, literally.
Okay. Since your tenure of office, what has been your most challenge?
Okay, so should I say this? Okay, it's a challenge because I think the last time, we have the MA and MSc students who are general intake students who are on campus. So they started the exams on last Friday, and even today they're having exams. So last Friday they started the exams, and before they started the exams, there was a little problem with their registration. A lot of them, or many of them, hadn't registered. But I had to take time off the whole week. I had to just go up and down the finance office, academic affairs, back to the graduate school management. I was going up and down on top. So I got all of them registered. And that was not just by my doing. I would have to acknowledge my executives as well for the proof they also give.
Sure.
And also, I think that was my biggest challenge. But with the help of my executives and that of the graduate school management, we were able to solve it. Thank you.
Okay, so we are wrapping up. What advice would you give to the graduate students who aspire to take on leadership roles with GRASAG or similar organizations?
So one thing that I took from the Vice Chancellor of the university, who is in the person of Professor John Mensah Kwekumauto, was that to be a leader, you have to be a servant. Okay, you don't just get up or rise up and say, no, I want to be a GRASAG president, or I want to be an SRC president, or I want to be in a leadership position.
Okay.
First of all, you have to serve. Okay, because leadership is about service. Okay, and leadership is about finding solutions to problems. So first of all, you have to find in your own self that do I have the heart to serve? Do I have the heart to solve problems?
Okay.
If you don't have these two things, then I'm not sure leadership is for you.
Sure.
So you have to find a heart to serve regardless. You have to be ready to pick calls at odd hours, at dawns. Like every single time you are texting, you are calling people. People are calling you. They are asking of stuff. You don't have to get angry. Even if you're angry, you just be like, okay, text me. For the time, maybe you're not getting the time at that point in time.
Sure.
But when they text you, you come back, you read it, and you're like, okay, listen. So you have to get the time. You have to be devoted. You have to be committed. These are all these are all things that one should know before venturing into the GRASAG presidency position or any other position for that matter.
So commitment, dedication, and what again?
Hard work.
Great. Our last question. What legacy do you hope to leave behind for the future GRASAG-UPSA leaders and students?
So my legacy that I want to leave behind aligns with that of the school, which is scholarship with professionalism. I want to be the leader that will be recognized that this is the guy who made me understand scholarship with professionalism.
Okay.
I want them to be like, it was under John Joshua led administration that I understood what the scholarship with professionalism and what is actually meant under the emblem.
Sure.
Because you don't just come to a school, or you don't just come to be a leader and you just go empty-handed.
Yes, Pastor.
You have to be understood. Okay. And people come to UPSC and sometimes they fail to understand what the motto means, scholarship with professionalism. But if you are able to provide what they need and satisfy those needs, let's not say 100%, let's say 80 to 85%, okay, and you are there to assist them do what is to be done, I think that scholarship with professionalism will be well understood by each student who was under your regime. So I want to be that leader. When walking outside, they'll say, "This is the guy who made me understand this motto. These are the people. These are the executives who made us understand that UPSA stands for scholarship with professionalism."
Thank you so much for joining us today, and thanks for clearing your busy schedule to have time with us today. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All too soon, we've come to the end of this interview session. Once again, my name is Michael Nobintaben. I